human rights abuse with the Qatar FIFA World Cup 2022. But is it really that bad? Let's find out. Also, stay until the end of the video to find out the number of people who lost their lives to make this project a success. Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the Daily Hit. In today's video, we shall be counting down 5 reasons why the Qatar FIFA World Cup 2022 is terrible. Number 5. Bribery. Imagine being able to host one of the biggest games in the world of sports, all thanks to a massive bribe that one offered to get it. Well, that's partly how Qatar was selected to host the games. In the year 2015, a hotel in Zurich in which many VIPs were present was raided. Out of the individuals arrested, 7 of them were high-ranking FIFA officials. This was then followed up by a detailed FBI investigation, and with that, it was found out that Qatari millionaire Mohammed bin Haman made £880 million worth of illegal payments to. But even after the news of this scandal was out, why did the games continue to happen in Qatar? Well, it was too late when the scandal blew up, as Qatar had already started its infrastructural preparations for the games, and telling Qatar that they no longer could conduct the games was not an option. Number 4. Deaths of migrant workers. Once it was on the news that Qatar would be the lucky country to host the next World Cup, migrant workers knew that this was their best chance of getting a job in such a rich country. So they packed their bags and landed in Qatar ready to make some bucks. Sadly, they were met with the true fate of their job. According to the Guardian investigation, around 6,500 migrant workers have died in the country ever since Qatar was named as the host. Most of the migrant workers were men, and the worst part was that they could not leave the country to even see their families, as they required the permission of their employer to sanction their exit visa. This was modern slavery at its worst. The workers were working 14 to 18 hours per day, and the living conditions they were provided with were poor to such an extent that many perished. In fact, a migrant worker from Bangladesh, Mohammed Shahid Mia, was electrocuted due to the exposed cables in his accommodation. Now imagine the many friends and family who we know who paid to get a ticket to watch the games, while this man as well as many such others had to pay with their lives. Number 3. The no alcohol controversy. It is a well-known fact, especially in Europe and America, that the best way to enjoy football is to accompany it with a drink. But just a few days before the games were to begin, Qatar announced that alcohol would not be available anywhere near the stadiums. In fact, it would only be available in Doha's 4- and 5-star hotel bars and restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, most of these restaurants may not even be able to broadcast the matches, as the tournament's broadcasting rights surely burn a deep hole in their pockets. Many of the spectators who were on their way to the games were not very happy with this, as they feel it'll ruin the game and not give them the enjoyment that they paid for, ruining the match-going experience. Number 2. The queer controversy. We live in times when the LGBTQ+ community has supporters from all across the world. Qatar has been persecuting people from this community for quite some time, raising an ethical concern. In fact, any public display of affection that'll be shown will come with consequences. This has raised a worry amongst many spectators, especially football players who belong to the LGBTQ+ community. Josh Cavallo, the world's only openly gay footballer, has spoken out about how he and his community fear the reception that they would receive in arriving there. A bigger concern here is the Qataris who belong to the LGBTQ+ community. They face the wrath of these rules throughout the year and have to always remain hidden amidst everyone. Number 1. Wastage of infrastructure. Once the month-long games are over, what happens to the billion-dollar infrastructure used in the 2014 Brazil World Cup? What makes things worse is that the money used to build these stadiums is hard-earned taxpayers' money. Though it has been stated that the stadiums that would be used would have their infrastructure distributed to the neighboring nations, the bigger question is why it wasn't distributed amongst the countries in Western Asia or North Africa, as they already possess a sustainable infrastructure system. Well, there's only one answer that we can think of, and that is the fat bank balance that the country has. And that's all for today, folks, but we shall see you in our next video. Till then, drop the video a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your post notifications by hitting the bell icon.